Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you anywhere around the world. Welcome to my platform. Today I'll be talking about Chelsea transfer in this transfer window. Chelsea have brought in a lot of players and they already trying to sign up some players. And the fans are excited and the fans are still skeptical about what is happening in Chelsea this time around. Chelsea are in the voyage of signing Jude Anderson and Danny Welbeck, experienced players, and they have played top flight football in England. But I'll break this down into two parts about Chelsea transfer this time around. Chelsea have brought in Rogers from Aston Villa and they are in the verge of signing Maxis Lequa from Crystal Palace. And Danny Welbeck and Jude Henderson is going to add it to the team. Chelsea are not going to play in any European top flight football this time around. They're going to play only domestic football. The Premier League, the Carling Cup, and the FA Cup is the three competitions Chelsea will be playing this season. And Chelsea has an excess of players which they need to sell and which they're already trying to sell to raise money. Chelsea are open up to sales to some players out from the team to build the team they desire. And when we look at the Chelsea team, Chelsea has done the first phase of the building process, which people don't understand, and which most Chelsea fans don't understand. The first set of this transfer is recruiting young players and graduating young players from the youth team to the senior team, which is the first phase of the rebuilding process of Chelsea. They have done that first phase. People still think that Chelsea is rebuilding. Chelsea has done the first part, which is recruiting young players, young talent into the squad. Last season, Chelsea played the most youngest team in Premier League and every competition. But now, Chelsea fans have been calling for experienced players to be added to the team, winners to be added to the team. This is the second phase of where Chelsea is now. Chelsea is bringing in matured leaders. You can't call them players because they are leaders. Jude Henderson is a leader when Liverpool and he's matured, he's of age. And then Welbeck has played in top flight football in Manchester United. They are the experience needed. And even I'm hearing that Granit Xhaka will be coming in, which is also top player. These three will be leaders to guide these young players. Because if you understand, last season Chelsea got almost red card in the Premier League last season. They got the most red card. It was as if that Chelsea was just collecting red card from. But I think these leaders coming to Chelsea will give them a balance. We help the young players. We help the graduating players to understand the game very well and to build that winning mentality. The coach will play its role, but the leaders have a role to play on the field. The leaders are the one the young ones look onto when they have altercation on the pitch, when they have any misconduct from opposition team. Is the leaders in the team to calm them down, to then tell them what to do. So that's why this is the rebuilding stage. And when these players have 2 years contract, when they are signed 2 years contract, they have 2 years to spend with the young squad, and the young squad will mature into leaders of themselves. Because this is the second phase Chelsea is going. Chelsea have passed the rebuilding stage. They are now on the process of building that team that we fight for any title in Europe. Because these young players, we have seen them last season, what they have done, red card up and down, unnecessary red card, yellow card, and it was so bad. Chelsea has to finish game with 9 men, with 10 men. It's also so bad. So this transfer window is the process Chelsea are going into, and it's a process of building that winning mentality. When you have leaders like Leroy, which is 26 years, you have Jude Henderson, you have Danny Welbeck, Gary Xhaka, mix them with a team. The team have an identity. So Chelsea fans have not to panic, or opposition fans are now saying Chelsea are now trying to build a retirement home for all these players. Chelsea are on track to the team they want to establish in Europe. So these young talents are there, signing young talents are there, players like Estavo, Kopama, Jack Giddens, and the rest of them are young players, so they need leaders in that team. And the second one, which is so interesting, when you play a team like Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City in the Premier League, you need a formidable, mature players to play against them. If you understand what happened last season, Chelsea lost some important match which was supposed to guarantee them a place in Europe against Manchester United, which they lost home and away against Arsenal. But you have players like Danny Welbeck in your team, Gary Xhaka in your team if they sign him, Jude Henderson in your team, Leroy, and you have James. You know that this team is a formidable team to play against the top guys. And when you play against them, either you get a win or a draw. You don't need to lose. And Chelsea's not playing in Europe is one better for the team than the rest. Because when you play against a team like Manchester United on Monday night, or Arsenal on a Monday night, or Liverpool on a Monday night, or Tottenham on a Monday night, and you have no European football, when these players are on the field, you are guaranteed of a winning or a draw. So the second phase is what Chelsea is looking on to. Because when you play with these young players in your team against this team, the slightly winning rate might be low. But when you have them on your team and they are rested, they can play against any top team in England and they are desired to going to win because they're playing European football. So this second phase is what Chelsea is looking on to. So the Chelsea players they know the target, they know the plans. So Chelsea fans, we are open to see more good football. One thing I'm saying about this team is that they will score a lot of goals. You hear it first on this platform. Chelsea team this season will score a lot of goals. That is where this team is heading to. That is where this team is going to. So Chelsea has a lot to give because the experienced players are now coming in. The partnership between Jude Henderson, Moscasedo, and Enzo Fernandez will be perfect. A perfect combination of Leroy and Chalobah, or Leroy and Jan Cowell will be a good partnership. Palestra is there, has come in to fill in the gap, and Gusto is still there with James. So Chelsea are building a team. They are now into the second phase of the process. Not building the process of getting that winning mentality, that winning team for Europe. So anywhere around, come across this video. This is Chelsea transfer report so far, and more is expected to happen before the transfer deadline. So if you go to my platform, drop where you're watching from. What have impressed you about Chelsea signing? What do you look up to Chelsea this season? Will Chelsea win the league this season? Will Chelsea qualify for Europe? Drop it in the comment section. If you're a Chelsea fan around the world, come across this video, drop it in the comment section. Let me see how far you have felt about Chelsea transfer this time around. You can drop it in the comment section. So anywhere around the world, come across this video. This is my platform, Most Chile Christian, and you're welcome. Drop your comment in the comment section. Wait for the next episode of my Chelsea transfer window. Let's how it go. Bye.